So yeah, again, I got given the computer. Can't remember if it was for Christmas or my birthday or something when my grandma had upgraded, and so I got the BBC, a disk drive, and a green screen monitor. And if I wanted, I could lug it down into the living room and plug it into the TV if I wanted some colour. So from the library, I used to get the Usborne books that taught kids to program. They're the little robots, and they taught you how to program in BASIC. And like some of them were just things you could type in. Some of them were more of like a tutorial of like how variables worked and that kind of thing. And I started off, typing in the programs and seeing that they worked, and then moved to making a few changes. Simple changes like changing the text that it asks you when it asks you a question or something. And yeah, beyond that, so I obviously had the user guide for the BBC Micro, and that was pretty comprehensive about like most of the things you could do in BASIC. And in particular, I liked the graphics and sound that you could do with it. And both of those required, in hindsight, required me to learn a bit of maths. But I guess I didn't think about it in that way at the time. I would have my sheet of graph paper to work out the coordinates of how to draw whatever picture I wanted. I can't remember how I did the sound. I think I had like a table written out of the pitches of the different musical notes, and then I'd get like my recorder book from school, with the sheet music to play on the recorder, and get the computer to play one of those by going through each note and writing the sound commands into the computer. And these were all just sort of little things for fun. It was great to just be able to make the computer do what I wanted it to do. We also had them in the school my primary school. And I remember like playing Granny's Garden and various things like that. But of course at school, you don't get much time on the computer. It's like a reward for finishing your work, and you're always on there in like pairs or threes. So you can't really just go and explore wherever your curiosity takes you. But I've still, I've got fond memories of using them at school as well. I liked using Compose. It was an app that I didn't call maps back then. Let you compose some music by putting together little tunes. Each one had like an attached picture and that kind of thing. And that was quite fun. I can remember at one point my little brother was racing some toy cars, and so he'd like put them all at the top of a ramp, and whichever one got down to the bottom first was the winner. So I wrote a scoreboard program to keep track of which car was winning each time. And I can remember my dad was watching the Grand Prix, and they had like the scoreboards on there. You got a certain number of points if you won a Grand Prix. So I took the same formula and had like the winner gets this many, and it kept track over a number of races. We had a very fun afternoon with my brother racing the cars and me putting the scores into the computer. The great thing about a computer that's like the BBC, where you turn it on and then you're there in BASIC, there's no barrier to entry for programming, really. If you can type in a 2 or 3 line program, you can make the computer do something. You don't have to install the software to do it. You don't have to load something. It's just right there, so it's only natural that as a kid you'd want to work out what it could do. And I think that's the great thing. It was just so accessible. And yeah, I sort of went on from there, really. And many, many years later, I ended up as a software developer. So I guess you could say the BBC got me started.